Hey guys, so I was having a nostalgic trip just a few minutes ago, and I was thinking about this one single game that I've played when I was like in primary school. I've played this game in Facebook. It's called Backyard Monsters, and I was thinking about it a couple of minutes ago because I was so nostalgic. Suddenly, I was nostalgic for some old stuff that I played, and I looked it up in Google and noticed that the Backyard Monster is like made in 2011. And then I search up the next kind of similar game which is more popular, and it's Clash of Clans, and it's made in 2012. So I was shocked. So I searched up Backyard Monsters in YouTube and saw this video. So I thought, why not? I caught myself reacting to it. I did watch a couple of minutes into it because I forgot that I can react to it. So I'm gonna record myself reacting to it because it is a very important part of my childhood. The Backyard Monster, of course, and yeah, let's get right into it.
Over 10 years ago, Clash of Clans was released, and within 3 months, it was the highest grossing game in the US. And in 2013, it was the most profitable game in the world.
Sure,
With all of this enormous
it
success,
could have
there was
been
bound to
Backyard
be many
Monsters,
industries that
man.
would try to copy the Clash of Clans formula. But what if I told you that Clash of Clans was not the original, and that
Yep.
they stole everything from another game?
I was
From
shocked.
the P.E.K.K.A. to the Town Hall, and even copied the tutorial word for word, scene for scene.
Oh,
Here's
that
the real
that
history
footage of
Clash
the
Clans.
Backyard Monster is so nostalgic. This is like the the creators early game just now.
Kixeye, a game studio founded by David
Kixeye.
Scott, Paul Priest, and Will Harbin, is responsible for some of the most
Kixeye. I'm
popular
gonna
Flash games of
gonna
all
remember
time.
that.
In 2007, David Scott created
David Scott,
Element TD, the
the
first
GOAT.
ever standalone tower defense game on Flash.
Mhm.
Soon after, Paul Priest created Desktop Tower Defense, a tower defense game where the player would
I've
create
never-
their own maze, unlike
actually,
the usual
I've
preset
never
paths
known
that
about
enemies would
this
follow in most
from
tower
the
defense games. This game was a
the
huge
creator.
success and had over
There's
100 million
there's
players.
a
Paul's second
mosquito
variation of this game was made for
buzzing.
Facebook called Desktop Defender. Bringing the game to Facebook allowed the game to be played online with
I've never
friends.
seen
This
that
taught
before.
him and David a lot about creating online games. After this was released, they wanted to make
Online
another
game
game
creators,
expanding
man.
on this
They
idea.
were the
David
goats
Scott, a co-founder
back in the
of Kixeye,
days.
came up with the idea to make a tower defense game where you would build your maze over a long period of time. This version would be more like building a base in an RTS, like Command and Conquer, rather than the typical tower defense game. You would
Alright.
then construct and send troops to attack other people's mazes. The idea evolved into a game where you would build a city, train monsters, and then
A
send
city,
them to go loot
train
other people's
monsters,
cities.
loot others.
Doing this
Mhm,
combined the
mhm.
MMO and RTS genres for the first
And
time.
he created
This game was called Backyard Monsters.
amazing Backyard Monsters. So nostalgic looking back at all this. God damn. Those motherfuckers destroyed my town. I don't remember this happening. I think that happened.
A week before Backyard Monsters
When I was
released,
not
the game
playing
was
it.
top-down 2D, and over a weekend, David Scott rewrote the engine and redrew all of the buildings and monsters
Damn!
artwork to make the
It
game
turned from that to
isometric
that?
2D.
Wait, what?
A style engine and redrew all of the buildings and monsters artwork to make the game isometric 2D.
Oh, it's
A style
wait,
that almost
it's
all
not the same?
MMORTS games use today, including Clash of Clans. Backyard Monsters started development in the second half of 2009 and was released on March 12, 2010.
Oh,
Now
it's
that we know that
much
Backyard
earlier.
Monsters was the first MMORTS, let us see what Clash of Clans stole from Backyard Monsters.
Alright, let us see what they
Starting
steal.
with the tutorial of both games, you can start to see the
Stolen
similarities.
valor.
In both games, you start off by building a cannon to protect your base.
Mhm.
Soon after this, the enemy sends over monsters or goblins to attack your base. After a successful defense, you will receive Pokey, or in Clash of Clans, you receive wizards to seek revenge on the enemy.
Yep. Literally, it's the
After
same.
successfully defeating the enemy base, you build a hatchery and resource collectors. Just like in Clash of Clans, where it has you build a barracks, an elixir pump, and gold mines. At the end of both tutorials, the game has you upgrade your town hall to level 2. Yes, you heard that right. The tutorial of Clash of Clans was stolen from another game that came out 2 years earlier.
It's a shame, man. It's a shame.
Examine the origin of key elements
I remember those,
monsters, including the town hall.
These black walls were so expensive. I think it's the main reason why I quit the game when I was 12 or 13 or maybe 11. I was so frustrated. The concept of the upgrades getting more and more expensive that my little child brain was stressed out so much that I just said, fuck this shit. Man, fuck this shit.
In this section, we will examine the origin of key elements in backyard monsters, including the town hall, resource collectors, and defenses. Like we said before, David was influenced by real-time strategy games such as Command and Conquer. In an RTS game, the town hall is the most important building, as it serves as the hub for building and upgrading structures and troops. To upgrade buildings and troops, you need resources. In some RTS games, you can gather resources by sending out workers or by having resource collectors that generate resources passively over time.
You just upgrade walls just to waste money, literally.
From popular RTS games with an MMO game to create a new type of game. While Backyard Monsters expanded on the RTS genre by giving players their own map/base to build and upgrade over time.
God damn.
Expanded on the
I'm getting so nostalgic over all these things. There were 4 resources. Yeah, the twigs, the rocks, the goo is for the training monsters. I don't really remember the green. Maybe the green is for the training monsters. I don't remember.
RTS genre by giving players their own map/base to build.
Damn, the champions. There's the champions, the Tesla towers. This is the Tesla. This is laser, the storage. This is the bunker. This is the railgun. This is like the mortar. Mortar. And the cannons. God, the champions. Yeah, so nostalgic, bro.
Build and upgrade over time. Clash of Clans did not innovate much.
It has, well, at least to me, I think it might be my bias, my childhood bias of. I think Backyard Monsters has much more personality to it. Much more uniqueness. I mean, Clash of Clans, I'm playing it nowadays because my friends invited me a few months ago. So yeah, as I'm playing it, I get flashbacks of these Backyard Monsters, and it is quite have divinely search, I guess, or divinely fine. I don't know what I'm saying, but I just want to say is I appreciate this video. Much love to the creator of this video. And I'm yapping. Let's go back. One thing I noticed is I didn't remember there was this much booby trap back in the days. And I guess there was that much booby traps.
And simply copied this mechanic. This made the game more about attacking and building bases, while eliminating the need for players to start from scratch and manage resources each game. Backyard Monsters was an always online game.
This is like the contested area. Is that the right term? Contests, fighting. Yep.
With countless of bases to raid. This meant that David Scott needed a way to regulate player progress. He introduced several key innovations, including limiting the number of builders per player to 5.
5 builders.
Long upgrade times
5 builders.
And capping the amount of housing spaces for each player's army.
Who else had 5 builders?
These innovations set Backyard Monsters apart.
God damn, that old Clash of Clans UI is also nostalgic. Have I seen it?
From other
I lie.
RTS games. Unfortunately, Clash of Clans simply copied these ideas without acknowledging their origins. As a result, many people wrongly believe that Clash of Clans was the original.
Yep, Dave. They stole Dave. That is such a blatant steal. DAVE spelled by each letter. Letter. Then there's Pekka, PEKKA, spelled by each letter.
Game. With these long upgrade times, of course people wanted to speed them up, and that is where Backyard Monsters
the waiting time is
currency called Shiny.
the waiting time is always not
Shiny is a premium currency that
something
players can earn by completing quests, removing obstacles
something great to wait.
From their yard, or by purchasing it with real money.
The mushrooms.
Shiny can be used to speed up building and training times, trade for resources, or hire additional workers.
Shinies.
The second builder will cost you 250 Shiny. The third one is 5.
They stole it. They stole this as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know that it was that blatant.
Fourth is 1,000, and the fifth one is
Wow.
2,000 Shiny. These are the exact same prices that builders cost in Clash of Clans.
Miscellaneous.
We will now go over some of the more miscellaneous things that
features.
Clash of Clans took from Backyard Monsters. There are too many to go into great detail, so we will just name some that are self-explanatory. Backyard Monsters came up with an easier way to build your base using a top-down base editing feature called the Yard Planner. Clash of Clans had their own version of this called the Layout.
It sucks. It might hurt your eyes to see, but it works. It just works. It just fucking works.
Called the Yard Planner. Clash of Clans had their own version of this called the Layout Editor. Surprisingly enough, Backyard Monsters had a second base the player could use
second base
called the Inferno.
They have the Inferno base. Yep.
13th, 2012.
They had that much earlier. Wait.
This base had alternate versions of the monsters from your normal yard, some having new abilities and play.
I remember them.
Clash of Clans added something similar to their game called.
Yep. And it sucks. It sucks much worse. The waiting time, the cost of upgrades, everything about this thing. This second base sucks. It sucks so bad. Why? Why they make it so unplayable? You need to grind hours just to get enough resources to upgrade to one single thing. It fucking sucks. The fucking the elixir collector and the gold miner doesn't even have any function because they just don't give enough.
Called the Builder Hall. This came out in 2017.
2017. 5 years later.
Monsters had a feature called.
They were like, let's see what inspiration we can take. Oh yeah, we forgot to steal this one from 5 years ago. Oh, how can we make that mistake? Let's steal it right now.
Alliances.
Jesus. Wait, alliances? I didn't remember alliances. Maybe I was too shy to join alliances.
Join groups with their friends.
Wait, what? Is this Clash of Clans?
Could give you a few different types of bonuses.
Oh, it's bigger ones. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I did. Maybe I don't.
But there were no wars like Clash of Clans.
Because I was a very shy child, even in online, where I think just interacting with randoms make me want to punch my face.
Interestingly, both of them.
Wait, what was that?
Give you a few different types.
Okay. Oh, it has. Oh, there's perks.
Types of bonuses.
Damn.
But there were no wars like Clash of Clans. Interestingly, both of the game's clan badges are similar in design, although neither is unique.
Yeah.
The Monster Bunker is a defensive tower that releases
Monster
monsters
Bunker?
when any of the attacker's troops enters its range. This building works exactly the same on defense as the clan castle. Now that we know where the core game mechanics.
What the hell? They gave. Who Who gave bombs as as the support?
Exactly the same on defense as the clan
Kick that
castle.
player.
Now that we know where the core game mechanics for Backyard Monsters came from, let us learn more about their troops.
The troops.
We will start with troops from Backyard Monsters, and let us see if you can name the troop that Clash of Clans turned.
Yeah, I remember that one is fast. Obviously, P.E.K.K.A. That I remember it explodes. This is the main. I guess that's the tank. I don't really remember this. Why am I pointing? I just use my cursor. Oh, the fast one, P.E.K.K.A. The bomb, the main one. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I see. So it was a tanker.
Them into. Starting with the Pokey, it's a low health and damage melee troop that targets anything. They're not very good by themselves, but in a group they can do some real damage. Melee troop that targets anything.
This is the Pokey. The first, the very
it's a low health and damage melee
the
troop
barbarian.
that targets
The
anything.
barbarian of the game. Yep. Low HP, low damage. Yep. Just barbarian.
Not very good by themselves, but in a group they can do some real damage. They also take up very minimal housing space and are easily killed off by splash damage. What Clash of Clans troop does this remind you of? Oh yes,
I wonder.
of course, it is the barbarian.
Yep.
The infamous Dave is the strongest base troop in Backyard Monsters.
Yep, it's the
Comparing him to
strongest.
the original P.E.K.K.A. from Clash of Clans, you can see where they got the idea from. They both have acronyms as names, both are the last troop to unlock in the game, both take up a lot of resources and time to be created, both are slow but very powerful, and lastly they're both mysterious robotic figures. The Octa-Ooze
It's so obvious. I did thought about this when I was thinking about Backyard Monsters. Can't you see I love the game? I've thought about it like when I was replaying Clash of Clans a few months ago. I just thought, damn, they really are a bit suspiciously same. I wonder why. And now this video perfectly answers why. Very nice.
slow moving
Octo-Ooze.
high health and
Slow
low damage
moving,
melee troop
high
that only
health,
targets
low damage. Yep.
defense towers. They are a good distraction for smaller troops. You can see the similarities between the Octa-Ooze and the Giant. The Ball is a very fast moving looter with low health and high damage. They only target buildings with resources in them until all of those are destroyed. Not really much to say here besides that they are very similar to the goblins from Clash of Clans.
Very
the
similar.
is a monster that's favorite target is walls. They will blow themselves up, damaging or destroying walls. They are a great opening troop as it helps your monsters infiltrate the base faster. And yes, you guessed it right. This is what Clash of Clans copied to make the wall breakers.
I never heard.
Now let us get
Why you have never heard of it? No, you should know about it now, because it is the progenitor.
into why you have never heard of Backyard Monsters. Backyard Monsters was a flash game only playable on Congregate and Facebook. Within the first 3 months, they had grown over 500,000 monthly active users, and by July 2010, that number had grown to 4.5 million. This game was something that no one had
Deservingly
ever seen before,
so.
and this contributed to its early success. One of the unforeseen downsides of Backyard Monsters would be that it was a game made on Flash and could only be played on the computer. Comparing that to Clash of Clans that can only be played on the phone, you can start to see the problem with the game. A base building game where you are encouraged to check on your base every day is a lot easier with a phone than on a computer. Many people do not know this, but Clash of Clans was originally being developed for the computer.
Clash of Clans took a step forward more in making their games worldwide. Is that fair to say? They did steal it. I don't know.
And not mobile. Now, it is easy to say that Backyard Monsters should have been made for the phone, but this was 2010, and the gaming market was just getting started. Also, the developers of Backyard Monsters were veteran Flash developers. They could not have foreseen the success this game was going to achieve. Now,
Yeah,
even with this
it's
inherent
just a
downside, why
shame.
did Clash of Clans become so much more successful than Backyard Monsters if they just copied their game? In the words of David Scott, they did teach us a valuable lesson on the
It's the importance of a games team. So reach. I guess some people are not into the gritty visuals of Backyard Monsters. I can see that. But dog, it is fun. With the current Clash of Clans like biggest update, which is the removing the training time, and you can just attack all the time. It might on and that applied to Backyard Monsters. It is might I say poggers.
importance of a game's theme on its overall reach and success. You see, Supercell saw the success that Backyard Monsters was having on Facebook and saw an opportunity to put the game on the rapidly growing mobile gaming market. They made a very friendly and clean art style that people of all ages would like to look at. They designed their troops where anyone can understand what they do without having to play the game.
I guess it's you can it's simpler to tell than the Backyard Monsters. The Backyard Monsters has a personality, which the corporate world doesn't need personalities. They need money, and they need stealing.
Whereas in Backyard Monsters, you would have
I don't know.
idea.
Is Clash of Clans corporate? Is that even the right word? Am I just spouting nonsense? Let's just say I am. So yeah, Parasite, Robot, but you can clearly see. Why am I pointing the screen again? You can clearly see this is very strong. Well, yeah, I don't know about this one. And there you can feel like it's gonna explode, or it might shoot lasers. This one, yeah, bullshit spike. This one,
Troops do by just looking at them. Clash of Clans took Backyard Monsters and coated it with a fresh coat of paint, cleaned up a couple of problems, added better social features, and brought the game to a much larger audience. This is why they succeeded, but we must give credit.
Clash Royale sucks though. But
To the real innovators who created the genre and are the only reason that Clash of Clans could be around today. Another
oh yeah, that's literally me. That's just me. That is me. I just have flashbacks of the good old days. The Facebook games, Backyard Monsters, Ninja Saga, the Restaurant City. Any people that remembers Restaurant City, they had to remove it. That was by far the most fun I had on a game that is about making a restaurant. I wish it still exists, but they just removed it. Maybe there's news about it. It's been a while since I've searched about Restaurant City. But I'm just glad that there's someone here made a video about Backyard Monsters.
Today. Another thing that David Scott told me about his feelings on Clash is, I will say that.
Oh, he talked
today.
with David Scott.
Another thing that David.
Did he say? I was yapping a lot, so I might. I must have missed a few things he said early on.
About his feelings on Clash is, I will say that is a good thing for all that game design cannot be copyrighted. If it were, then we would all be playing Wolfenstein.
If it were, we would all be playing Wolfenstein 3D. Now I don't get the reference. Wolfenstein 3D, I've heard about it. I've never searched about it.
Wolfenstein 3D. I just wish people innovated more though. Wise words from a true innovator of the industry.
The GOAT. A true innovator indeed.
This video was created to shed light on the true history of Clash of Clans, as the game's developers have shown little little interest in acknowledging.
Okay, game developers show interest, little interest in. Much higher quality and few of us is it much better game than COC. It's played on a obvious SC SC obvious it was SC copied more than a fair bit from Black Cat Monsters as well. Even the PEKKA acronym, yep, the acronym. They must be absolute king they reported. Yeah, that is a shame. They dropped off any radar. And seriously, mate. 850 million in just a year. God.
It, despite watching several videos about the game's history, I could not find any that mentioned Backyard Monsters as
they don't know the GOAT. They don't know.
Clash of Clans source material. It is now clear that Clash of Clans is the real clone, which makes
very nice image there of putting the clone spell. Very nice.
Makes the thousands of videos calling other games Clash of Clans clones ironic and hypocritical. I would like to give a big thanks to David Scott for providing valuable insight into the creation of Backyard Monsters and helping with the making of this video. His input cleared up some questions and taught us more about the game's development. Despite attempts to reach out to developers who worked on the original Clash of Clans team, none responded. But I remain interested in learning about developers who worked on the original questions and taught us more about the game's development. Despite attempts to reach out to developers who worked on the original Clash of Clans team, none responded.
Of course they won't respond. It's like asking the company, the big company about their suspicious activities. Think they'll answer? Of course not. Of course not. What was I about to say? Goddamn, my brain is a bit slow. I'm getting emotional as I watch this. The feelings, this nostalgia. It's hitting me like it's hitting me.
But I remain interested in learning about their development process and why they chose to move the game's development to mobile.
Literally true, man. Oh, fuck them. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Wow. As some of you can see that I am very enthusiastic when it comes to Backyard Monsters. Cause I played it. Oops, my saliva flew to my arm. I've played it, I've invited my friends, they played it, and they left me. They stopped playing. Just like every single thing I play, multiplayer games, the friend groups play together. They play for a while, one leaves. Then another one leaves. Then another one leaves. Then another one leaves. Then it all ends up with me, all alone. Why is it? Why can't they stay much longer? I'll be playing Minecraft, looking all at their base, at my base, strolling around, reminiscing the old things, the old times. While I watch on Discord, they be playing Valorant and all that FPS games. Everyday FPS games. Now, I'm not judging. But if you want to rage at the FPS game so much, and yet keeps playing it every day, I might be dumb, or I might just be autistic when it comes to playing a game more than a month straight. Yeah, what a good video. It gives me so much happiness. I hope to some of you that stumble upon this video of mine that also knows about backyard monsters find the video very, very pleasant. And I also hope you had a pleasant time, pleasant day, pleasant night. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.